Thanks for joining me. I'm Kate from Fab Physio, Pilates instructor and women's health physiotherapist. So today I'm going to do a nice half an hour feel-good Pilates session, standing, focusing on balance, coordination, and then down on the mat focusing on core strength and quite a lot of glutes. So I would advise for you to be at least 6 months postpartum to do this exercise. Still all the principles apply for breath work and squeezing and lifting and engaging through the centre. And if anything is painful or you're feeling a pressure that you're not able to control through your breath, then you've reached your limit and let's just take it back a step, okay? Just don't continue with the reps and maybe try the next exercise, okay? Take a break when you need. We're going to start up and standing. So in a nice position, feet equal weight apart, elbows tucked in and spine nice and long. Soften the knees gently in line with that second toe. And as you squeeze the shoulder blades, open up your hands. This is called your dumb waiter. Make sure that we don't open up and squash our bellies outwards. We're not trying to extend. We want to try and keep that nice elongated posture. Exhaling as we go. So that's going to help coordinate through our abdominals. Inhale together. Really exaggerating that breath to pull the ribs down and draw belly button in towards your spine. And then we can add a squat into that as well. So as we inhale and bring the hands back in, you're going to bend the knees down, keeping those knees in line with your second toe. And then as we come up, we open up again. So we're working down multiple chains here into our upper back and into our glutes, but really focusing on that breath so that you're never breath holding and creating too much pressure and therefore pushing it downwards. Let's do another 3 here. Now hold out the last one. You're going to take it nice and wide, get a nice stretch through the upper back, and then take your weight over onto one leg. Come back in, and the other side. Open up first, shift the weight over, and then lift the leg. And from here we're going to come into our Superman. So we're going to go the same, open up, lifting one leg, and then bringing the hands forward as the leg starts to go behind you. Coming back in, switch over. Feet together, knee up to chest first. Get that balance, make sure that the hips aren't dipping. And then start to reach away and lean forward so that ideally our back and leg is nice and parallel with the floor. Again, using that breath nice and slow. Inhale up, exhale forward, tightening around belly button and bringing it back in. We'll do 2 more each side. Soften through the static leg, nice and steady. We're slowing our breath down, really focusing on the control. 1 more each side. And relax down. Take the legs nice and wide into our sumo pose and into our corkscrew. So as we come down, we're going to lengthen out the arms again. And as we come up, they're going behind the head for a shrug and release. And down. Again, exhale as you're coming up. So we're starting to wake up the legs and into the glutes, squeezing as you come up. Trying to release the tension through the shoulders, but always keeping the back nice and long. So you can use the exhale as a squeeze and engage, but then here we're using it as a release. And that's where yoga and Pilates do overlap quite a lot, but the breath can be quite confusing. Let's do 3 more here. Pushing up, equal weight through feet. Inhale down, exhale up, and down again. Last one. Good. Take the weight over onto one leg, but keep that leg outstretched. Try and get your heel right underneath hip and shoulder. And we're going to do little pulses here, trying to work into a different plane and starting to work into this side glute. Really important for pelvic and back stability. Again, focusing on the breath so that you're not ever breath holding. Little pulse and exhale. So I'm keeping this knee pretty locked, lengthening through the static hip, but you should feel both starting to wake up and give you that nice little burn. And we'll do 4 more here. Little toe tap, you're not pressing hard. And then we're going to lunge out to this side. Can we bend forward? Can we go all the way down to the ground so that we're opening up that hip? Go as low as you can, bending through the ankle there, tight into your calf. And then gently rolling back up. Taking the weight over to the other side, up onto your toe, static through and stack up nice and tall through that side. Same little taps. Which hip is now burning a little bit more than the other. Your static one is doing a lot of work to keep your body nice and stable and balanced, and this one's pulsing. And you can always have a little feel around midline as well. Are we tightening and engaging and hardening around midline as you tap that leg? 4, 3, 2, and again, nice big lunge down through this side, opening up through that hip. Dig deep down into this bent knee and see how low you can go. And gently rolling back up. We'll take the legs together over to the end of the mat and we're going to roll down into our downward dog. So starting at the top, chin down, shoulders down, curl the upper back, lower back, and just hang nice and heavy down to your toes. Soften the knees so that we're not pulling too hard through hamstrings. Take a deep breath once you're here and then start to walk the hands out as far as you can, keeping those heels down, bending the knees if you need, and again holding this downward dog position. Gentle press through the heels, gentle press back through the knees as much as they can take, squeezing the ears, pushing the head down. We're going to step forward with one leg into a lunge. So let it go between the hands, lengthen the back leg if you want, and then dropping the back knee down, but don't let it touch the mat. Just hold it here. So strong through the legs, knees in line with second toe, and the same hand as is the leg forward. Let's rotate round and looking up to the ceiling, follow it round, open up the collarbones, take a deep breath here. And we'll come back nice and gently into your downward dog. Press the feet back and hold here for another deep breath. As the other leg comes forward between the hands, lengthen it and drop that back knee down. Hover above the mat, nice and strong. Feel that pull through your hip flexors. And let's open up through the other side. Hands together, last downward dog, feet back. Press the palms, press the heels, Hamstrings maybe warming up into that a little bit. Make sure we've got equal weight through both feet. And gently coming down onto all fours. Okay, so now that we're down on hands and knees, we're going to do a couple of thread the needles. Let's get the back mobilized. Thread one hand through the gap, drop all the way down, hips nice and high. Take a big breath here. Same through the other side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, round the other side. And we're going to make it a little bit harder. So this time you're going to lengthen one leg away. And with the opposite hand, you're threading it through the gap. So keep the toes in contact with the ground. And come back up. So we're rotating and stretching at the same time as trying to stabilize. On the other side, lengthen away. Opposite hand rotates through the gap and all the way down onto your upper shoulder. And try that again. This time we can make it harder by lifting the leg and then thread it through. Focus on your balance through that static leg. And back up. Other side. And back up. Into our full Supermans. Lengthen one leg and opposite arm. Make sure that we're not lifting too high. Extending through the back. And same on the other side. Holding it for a nice big breath. And then we'll work a little bit harder into our knee plank. Let's take the hands forward. Slot the hips in, shoulders down. Nice big breaths here. Let's turn the toes under. So as we exhale on the next one, we stretch and extend one knee, which is going to consciously get those glutes activated. Inhale down, same on the other side. Make sure the back doesn't start to sink. Let's keep the hips up, tuck the bottom in, draw the belly button in. Other side. Do 4 more here. So you'll feel this strong through the shoulders, abs turned on, squeezing those glutes. And 3 and 4. Good. Stay in this plank position, but you're going to come down onto your forearms. Take the pressure off the wrist, but keep that bottom tucked in, or have it high, but try and avoid sinking. In this position, we're going to push up onto both toes. Lift, lift, down, down. Let's try that again. Big exhale. And inhale down. Exhale, lift. And down. 2 more. And last one, hold it up. Another breath. And down. Bring the knees in, stay on your forearms. Hips nice and high. Again, making sure that we're not arching too much. Keep it a nice neutral spine. Let's lift one leg up. Donkey kicks, okay? 90 degrees, pulsing up and down. You'll feel that working through the pelvis, through the core, and consciously squeeze your butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and out. Lengthen the leg. Push it up for 5. Lead with the heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give that leg a rest. Nice and relaxed through the shoulders. Taking the other leg up 90 degrees into your donkey kicks. Again, always using your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In and out. Lengthen through the leg. Exaggerate the breath. 5, and squeeze. 3, 2, 1, bring it in. Come and slot yourself down on your side, taking the pressure off these shoulders. Stay on your forearm underneath your shoulder. Lengthen top leg, bend the bottom leg. Push up through that lower leg and the long foot at the bottom. Open up collarbones, keep this hip pointing forward. Let's lift up and down, little pulses for 10, 9, push up through that foot so you're getting your whole body working. Adjust if you need. 6 more, pushing hips forward so you're not arching through the back. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, legs together this time. Let's lift up to the ceiling, opening up through your clam. So that's your baby shell, baby star. Bring it, release. Lifting up through the arm, through the hip, lifting up through your clam, baby clam, and back down. Good, we'll do 3 more of them, squeezing up and then opening up. So we're squeezing through those glutes again, working into a different plane, strong through shoulders and obliques. Stretching up as if someone's pulling that arm nice and high. Same with that top knee, heels together. Last one, this shoulder starting to tire. And another deep breath as you're here. Relax back down. We're going to work into our hundreds. Onto the floor, onto your back. Okay, so hundreds is a classic exercise where the breath is really important. We're going to do 5 exercises for 20 little pulses. I'll talk you through it first. Let's go with a head lift for 20, one leg for 20, another leg for 20, both legs, and then with the head. So palms down by your sides. This is what you use for your pulse. Really pull your fingers down so that your shoulders are flat and they're away from your ears. Let's lift the head. Focus on that, bringing your belly button in on the exhale. Stretching fingers away, pushing up through the bottom of your shoulder blades, but making sure that you're not squashing down into your back or arching it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ribs down as we lift a leg. Keep that pulse going. So exaggerating that tightening with the out breath. 3, 2, and 1. Switch the legs over. Have a little feel of midline if you need. Three more here. And then quite a difference when we lift both legs up. Make sure that you don't overarch the spine. Let's go. Both legs up. Don't squash the back either. Keep those pulses going. You'll feel that in your arms. Open those collarbones. Exaggerate that out breath. Bring in belly button in. Ribs down. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs up. Lift the head. Chin off the chest. Looking up over your knees. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Relax the head. Relax the legs. Drop the arms down. Let's push through the heels and lift up through our bridge. And release back down. Nice curls in the spine, lifting it up. And back down. Let's get the arms involved. So as we lift up, we're going to push the palms down. But as we start to roll down, we're going to lift the arms up overhead. So that as you relax the back, your arms are lifted, which means your spine, your upper back is going to want to arch. So let's keep those ribs down so that we're still engaged in this position. And then as we start to peel and rock the bottom back, lifting the spine, the arms come up. And then press the palms down to help lift the hips another inch. Squeezing pelvic floor in this position. And then gently rolling it down, arms up, engage the tummy. Nice and slow. Make sure you've got that nice coordination. Press up, lift, squeeze. Roll it down, arms overhead, ribs down. So you can feel that they're nice and hard. Again, engaging through midline. 2 more here, rising up. So we're taking the arms out of the stability component as we reach up, then squeeze at the top, press the palms down, and lifting up nice and high. Last one. Nice roll through the spine, squeezing through those glutes and relaxing back. Good, into our scissors, lifting one leg, taking the knee slightly further away from you. Engage as you switch the legs over. Engage, switch. Have a little feel again through the midline. Are we hardening as we lift both legs? Soft as we release. Feel free to quicken it up, making sure that you're still breathing out. Do 10 more. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. Knees closer to you to make it easier, further away to make it harder. Hands up into our dead bugs. Opposite arm and leg, stretch it away and hold. Hover it above the mat. Inhale together. Challenge those abdominals. Get to the point where you're feeling a little quiver coming on. As you lengthen away, again, it's going to want to arch. So let's bring the ribs down. Squash a little bit harder into the mat and switch. Are you breath holding, or can we sustain that exhale all the way and back in again? And 4 more. And 3. And last one. Hold the knees together, glue the feet together, hands by the sides for a level 4 hip twist. We're dropping it off and bringing it back. Drop it off and bring it back. Keep the shoulder blades as flat as you can. Again, this is where you might want to hold your breath, but keep breathing through it as much as you can. And again, squeezing up through pelvic floor as you feel you get to that point where you're going to have to grip a little bit harder. Just go as far as you're comfortable. The further you go, the harder, the heavier those legs get. Let's do 4 more. Nice and controlled. Squeeze up. And last one. Feet down. Let's roll up, using a leg if you need. And take the other leg and roll down. Same again. Squeeze up. Use your breath to get that little bit of momentum. And switching legs as we go down. each side. Using those abdominals and rolling through the spine. Picking up and relax. Okay, in a seated position, let's drop the knees out, feet together, and choose your position where you're comfortable and get a nice stretch through inner thighs there. We're going to walk our hands forward to curl through the spine first of all. How far can you go? Can you get your forearms all the way down? And once you're there, hold it for a breath and drop those knees once more. Gently come back up, rolling the spine up, stacking your vertebrae, lifting up, hands overhead, behind the head, and tight everywhere. So drop the knees again, drop the hips, drop the shoulders. Let's rotate round and to the other side. Open up the chest and breathe. And same again. And again. Okay, now stay in this position as you lengthen the legs away. So you'll feel that more through hamstrings, toes up, lengthened up through the back. Now try going round, then you'll see how much further you can go. And that just shows the connection between your hips and your upper back. And that's the most common tight areas that we're finding. So let's open and stretch them and then start working on strength through the middle. Let's go one more each side. And relax back to the middle. Let's come into our mermaid pose. So again, we're opening up through the hips, lifting up through the spine, and opening through the side and to the other side. And again. One more here. Good. Put both hands down as you swivel the knees over to one side and over to the other side again. Keep the back nice and long. Again, really nice hip mobility, back stretches through the pelvis. Okay, and then settle down through the opposite side. And lengthen once more into our side stretches. Going a little bit deeper, a little bit further with that reach. And one more each side. Okay, well done. So a little bit in standing, which you can always repeat to end as well, and then a lot of core stuff. So give that a go. Let me know how you feel.